Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Back in my normal spot here, so don't mind the ugly background. I'm going to go ahead and get started with my 27-week update. I'm also going to, I guess, combine my 27 and 20-week update because there really hasn't been much change from 27 weeks to 28 weeks. I think that's interesting how that's been happening throughout this pregnancy though. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have some notes here. So if I look down, sorry about that. So I had my glucose test done and I passed, thankfully. My boobs have been really sore. I've had, which I feel like with my boobs, they were sore in the very beginning, and then I would say probably around the second trimester, like the very end of the second trimester, they've been more sore. But I think that that's a normal not side effect, but symptom of pregnancy. The acid reflux was just like mostly at night, but now it's turned into like pretty much all day long, which is to be expected, I guess, at this point, because you're like running out of room in your belly. So what else? This next symptom, I have noticed that it hasn't been happening lately, if I could learn how to talk, but I'm 29 weeks filming this, but it hasn't happened recently, but during my 27-week period, I felt like I was having carpal tunnel in my wrists, and it would switch sides each day, so I thought that was pretty interesting. I have, at 27 weeks, I was extremely irritable, like really very irritable. This is another interesting symptom. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this one before. I think I was feeling this at 26 weeks as well, and I may not have mentioned it, but I do not like the feeling of clothes on my skin, especially a bra. I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. If I could be naked, I would be, but I can't, because that would just be not right. Now, this next, I don't know if this is a symptom or if I'm just the only weird person in the entire world. And let me point this out, I do not like the smell of this when I'm not pregnant. I have never liked the smell of it. It actually gives me a really bad headache. But I love the smell of gas. Like when I'm pumping the gas and I can smell like the fumes go in my nose, it like smells so good to me. And I don't think while you're pregnant or otherwise you should be sniffing gas, but it smells good to me. So I might be strange, but that's just something that I think has something to do with my pregnancy, because I've never liked that smell before. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, moving on. It's kind of embarrassing to say that, but I've started having extreme pelvis pain. No, that's being over dramatic. I was having pretty significant pelvis pain where I could like start to feel that pressure down there at 27 weeks. I don't want to say extreme because I'm only 29 weeks and it's, you know, filming this, and it's only going to get worse. And especially at 27 weeks, it just gets worse. So, I also was having a lot of acne. I had like 3 zits on my face, which I don't want to brag, but I feel like I've had pretty decent skin my entire life, and even through like puberty and stuff like that, I didn't really have a lot of acne. But this is probably the most I've broken out. I don't want to say in my life, but definitely this pregnancy with my other 2 pregnancies, I didn't really have any acne or anything like that. I was pretty lucky, I guess, in that department. I will say I have changed some products, and I have started to use like full coverage foundation, which I never used to use, but I feel like the older I get, the more gross my skin looks, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, that's pretty much for symptoms. That's really all that I've noticed. And I feel like these updates are probably boring for most women that watch, but I mean, this is just it. It's not always, I don't know, I feel like this pregnancy I've been very lucky thus far, minus the tiredness. I really have been extremely lucky, so I can't really complain. Moving on to cravings. So all of the same cravings: cookies and cream ice cream every single night, like I can't live without it. Grapes, I've been craving a lot of grapes at 27 weeks. Sandwiches, any type of sandwich, clubs, ham, turkey. I know they suggest not to eat. Lunch meat while pregnant. Again, I did it with my son Ford, and he is thriving and brilliant, and he's fine. I definitely think if that's something that you're craving and you want or whatever, maybe you just talk to your OB about it, your midwife about it, whatever, but I have been eating it and not had any issues. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I've also been craving Japanese and Chinese food. So when I order Chinese food, I like to get the chicken and string beans with fried rice, and then when I order my Japanese, I like to get my appetizer shrimp, and I like to get filet mignon and chicken with fried rice. So sounds delicious. Wish I could afford it right now, but I cannot because it can be quite pricey. That is really all for my 27 weeks, so I will go ahead and jump into my 28 weeks. Okay, so as far as my 28 weeks update, I feel like everything that I discussed on my 27 weeks has been the same. I know the clothes situation has been an ongoing thing. I don't like the feeling of clothes. I have had more trouble at 28 weeks breathing, whether I'm sitting up or laying down. It just feels like there's a huge weight on my chest, and specifically if I'm outside, it's really hard for me to breathe, which is probably because of how hot it is outside. I forgot how difficult it can be being pregnant in the summertime. It can be really quite uncomfortable, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm surviving, and I'm just been drinking a lot of water. Sorry, my AC unit is cutting on, or coming on. Anyway, the next thing is sleeping. At 28 weeks, I have started having a lot of difficulty sleeping for various reasons. One, I'm big, I can't get comfortable. My back, the pain in my back has just increasingly gotten worse through this entire pregnancy, and I've already had a lot of like chronic back pain due to an accident that I was in when I was pregnant with, a car accident that I was in when I was pregnant with Remington. My back really never ever went back to normal, specifically in my lower back. So each time I get pregnant, I feel like the pain gets increasingly worse, and also he is posterior in my uterus, so he is actually like pretty far back there, so that's to be expected, I guess, back pain when your baby is posterior in your uterus, because he's further back, closer to your your back. So, and then I think another reason why it's hard for me to sleep, I have a hard time shutting my mind off, especially, like, I've always had it my entire life. I think it's just part of my anxiety, but it's gotten worse as I've gotten older and as I've had kids, and the more kids that I have, I feel like the harder it is, because I just constantly think about, well, what could I have done better today? What do I want to change tomorrow? What do I have to do tomorrow? What do I have to do for work tomorrow? Like, those kinds of things. What do I need to clean? What do I need to organize? Do I have this for the baby? Do I have that for the baby? And let me also point out this, I am prepared. The baby has everything that it needs and then some, and I just don't know. I think it's just my anxiety, and that's just the way it is. I just have a hard time shutting my mind down, and a lot of people recommend not watching TV before bed because it can like stimulate your brain or something like that, but for me, that is how I wind down at night. And if I don't do that, my brain is like all over the place. So when I watch TV, that helps. My eyes get tired. It's like reading a book, basically, for most people. Like, that's how it is for me to watch TV. So I will watch some TV, and then that helps. But sometimes, if I've had a particularly difficult day with the kids, I like harp on what I did wrong, or what I could have done better, or what I should have fixed, or how I should have handled situations differently. And I don't want to say it's like mom guilt, but I mean, I guess in a sense it is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that's part of the reason. And then this is the kicker. I don't know if I'm the only mom out there that feels like this, but I will be sleeping or trying to go to sleep, and I feel like I hear one of them crying, and they're not, but I think that I hear them crying. And I don't know if it's just from like all of the noise throughout the day that's just like replaying in my head, or I'm just anticipating somebody waking up because I'm so tired. I don't know, but those are the only two pregnancy symptoms that I have had in, or was that 3? I think that was 3. That was 3 pregnancy symptoms that have happened at 28 weeks. My cravings are the same. Cookies and cream. Oh, yeah, grapes. The sandwiches, Chinese and Japanese. That they've been pretty consistent my entire pregnancy, so I guess that's easy for my updates. Anyway, that's all for today. I will have another video coming up with his name reveal and also his nursery tour, but with that, I'm also going to show you like what's in his drawers and all of that stuff. And I'll also show you some new things that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks or throughout my pregnancy, for him specifically, and some things for myself as well for like labor and delivery. So I'm excited for that video, and I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get off of here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please be sure to subscribe and give this video a like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.